In the latest chapter of Boruto, we got some new and important details regarding Jura that demonstrate how he's different from Hidari and the others. I've been pretty confident ever since chapter 4 that Jura was probably the main body of the Ten Tails for a variety of reasons, such as the markings on his stomach and cloak, his leader-like role, the name Jura being written as Ten Demon in Japanese, which sounds like a Ten Tails reference, and so on, but this latest chapter pretty much sealed the deal for me. First is the clear difference in strength between Jura and even someone like Hidari, who was created from Sasuke's chakra, as base Kawaki was able to land a hit on Hidari without Hidari hitting Kawaki back, whereas Jura made light work of Karma Kawaki and quickly knocked him out, which again displays the uniqueness of Jura compared to the others. And more importantly, Jura makes it sound like he, unlike the others, is an incarnation or personification of the Ten Tails itself, which is why Jura, unlike Hidari, is able to sense Kurama's chakra, as the 9 Biju are merely pieces of the Ten Tails. It's made very clear that Hidari cannot sense Naruto numerous times in this chapter, as he keeps asking if someone is Naruto, and it's really funny. The fact that Jura can sense Biju chakra while Hidari cannot once again indicates a uniqueness about Jura that implies he has a stronger connection to the Ten Tails species than Hidari does. But since Hidari was undoubtedly born for the Ten Tails in one way or another, this only really makes sense if Jura is the main body while Hidari is not. It's similar to how Kawaki and Boruto can sense each other as fellow otsutsuki even when they erase their chakra signatures. Kawaki can't sense any random ninja even though they possess chakra that technically originated from Kaguya otsutsuki. He can only sense otsutsuki themselves. Conversely, even a powerful sensory ninja is unable to sense a ninja or otsutsuki when they erase their chakra signature despite their powers originating from the otsutsuki. In a similar manner, even though he originated from the Ten Tails, Hidari is seemingly unable to unconditionally sense pieces of another Ten Tails like Jura can, which leads further credence to the idea that Jura is the Ten Tails' main body. So even though Hidari definitely originated from the Ten Tails, because he most likely isn't the main body of the Ten Tails itself, he seemingly cannot unconditionally sense another Ten Tails or its parts. Now it is possible that the Ten Tails' main body split into the 4 divine tree people we have now, and if that is the case, then I think the Ten Tails' sentience and power primarily resides within Jura, while the other 3 absorbed the chakra of Sasuke, Moegi, and Bug via the Clawgram divine trees and became the personalities they are now. It's kind of like how the Ghetto statue is the main body of the Ten Tails, while Hagoromo created the 9 bodies and personalities of the Biju from the Ten Tails' chakra. Except in this case, Jura still has his chakra unlike the Ghetto statue, which is why he's by far the strongest. Not exactly the same thing, but you get the idea. The moral of the story is that I think Jura is at least the most main body-like of the group. Moving on though, the next point I want to focus on is the fact that Hidari's chakra registered as a match with Sasuke Uchiha's chakra signature, whereas Jura's chakra had no corresponding chakra signature. So the first thing to note is that they seem to have enhanced their security system over the time skip, because previously the alarm only went off when an unregistered chakra entered the village, not when anyone and everyone entered the village. This is precisely why Kashin Koji was able to silently enter the village unnoticed, because his chakra registered as Jiraiya's and so no alarms went off. The system seemed to only detect whether a chakra was registered or unregistered, but nothing more specific than that. Otherwise, the fact that Jiraiya's chakra entered the village 20 years after his death should have gotten the sensory team's attention. The reason behind the security update is likely due to Boruto and Sasuke leaving the village and being considered traitors, so naturally the village would have wanted a security system that was capable of detecting when these rogue ninja returned to the village in the future. Now something else I found interesting is the fact that Hidari's chakra registered as a match with Sasuke's chakra, rather than just being similar to Sasuke's chakra, because Hidari definitely has some of Code's chakra too. He's literally covered in Code's claw marks, which are made of Code's chakra and blood, and that's literally the whole reason they evolved in the first place. On top of that, he's a creature originating from the Ten Tails, so it wouldn't be unreasonable for him to have Ten Tails chakra as well, although he doesn't resonate with Biju chakra like Jura does, so maybe he doesn't have any Ten Tails chakra at all. Either way, there's still elements of Code's chakra in there, so I feel like that should at least be somewhat noticeable to his chakra signature, but obviously Sasuke's chakra would be the most noticeable part. I do think it would have been interesting if 3 chakras had been picked up though: Jura's mystery chakra, Hidari's Sasuke chakra, and Code's unregistered chakra that resides in both of them. I think that would have been cool, but it's not a big deal by any means. More importantly though, Because Hidari's chakra registered as Sasuke's chakra while Jura's had no corresponding signature, we can completely put to rest the Jura is Soegi theory because Soegi's chakra is undoubtedly registered in the Leaf Village as he is a Konoha shinobi, so Jura's chakra would have registered as Soegi's just like Hidari's did with Sasuke's if Jura was in fact created from Soegi's chakra. Not that it ever made sense for Jura, the leader of the group, to come from some fodder leaf ninja we'd never heard of before chapter 2. The same chakra registration problem also applies to people like Iruka, Kakashi, Kawaki, and even Kurama. All of their chakras are registered in the Leaf Village by this point, so Jura's chakra should have matched with theirs if he was created from one of them. Even if Kurama's chakra wasn't formally registered by proxy of Naruto, the Leaf Village still undoubtedly recognizes his chakra by this point. He's literally been in the Leaf Village since Hashirama's era, and they felt his wrath during Obito's invasion and when Naruto went on a rampage versus Pain, and Naruto literally shared Kurama's chakra with everyone in the war arc, and every time Naruto used Kurama's chakra, people recognized the feeling of Kurama's chakra, and so did Ao when Kinkaku and Ginkaku showed up in the war. So there's no way they wouldn't recognize it within Jura even if it wasn't formally registered. They're just too familiar with it at this point. Now when it comes to Jura and Kawaki, we can confidently say that at the very least, Jura's situation is not the same as it is for Hidari, Matsuri, and Bug. If that Rinnegan Claw Grime did absorb some of Kawaki's chakra when he was choke slamming him and it did transmit back to the main body of the Ten Tails or whatever, it's still not the same situation as however Hidari was created, as Jura's chakra would have registered as Kawaki's in that case, and there's really no reason why Kawaki's chakra wouldn't be registered in the village by this point. He's been an active ninja for over 3 years now. But because Jura's chakra had no corresponding signature, Jura can't be a Kawaki divine tree in the same way that Hidari is a Sasuke divine tree. However, that doesn't mean there can't be any Kawaki aspects at all. It's still possible that the Rinnegan Claw Grime did absorb some of Kawaki's chakra and transmit it back to the Ten Tails, and if that is the case, Jura can still possess some of Kawaki's chakra and characteristics, much like how he possesses Code's chakra via the claw marks and even has long eyelashes like Code. It would just mean that Kawaki's chakra is the less prominent of the mix. It's actually pretty similar to Himawari's situation with Kurama that we learn in this chapter. Jura sensed Kurama's chakra and that led him to Himawari, indicating that Himawari possesses some of Kurama's chakra. And just like Naruto, Himawari is the child of a Nine-Tails Jinchuriki and she was born with whisker marks just like Naruto, a physical characteristic indicative of Kurama that we also saw with Naruto, Kinkaku, and Ginkaku. Unlike Mito and Kushina, these 4 characters have had Kurama's chakra integrated into their own chakra pool rather than merely sealing the beast inside themselves. As a result, they display the whisker marks even in their base forms rather than only when Kurama's chakra leaks out of the seal. However, despite possessing some of Kurama's chakra within her, when Himawari enters the Leaf Village, she probably doesn't register as Kurama. She most likely just registers as Himawari. The same most likely applies for Naruto even though he had the whole Nine Tails inside of him. When Naruto returned to the Leaf Village after the Ishiki fight, he probably didn't sound all the alarms with the new unregistered chakra that didn't include Kurama. He most likely just registered as Naruto like usual. So while I definitely don't think Kawaki is the main chakra residing in Jura, Jura undoubtedly does resemble Kawaki. So I think it's possible for both to be true at the same time. Jura can have some of Kawaki's chakra and characteristics while his main chakra influence comes from somewhere else. But whether there's an extent of Kawaki in there or not, I definitely still think Jura is the main body of the Ten Tails, whose influence may be Ishiki related for reasons I'll get into in another video. So I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I'm going to save the rest of my chapter discussion for my chapter review video, and the rest of my Jura, Ishiki, Divine Tree, and Ten Tails topics will be saved for several upcoming videos as well. But I want to hear what you guys think. What do you think about some of these chapter 8 revelations about Jura? Do you agree with me that he is most definitely the Ten Tails' main body? And do you agree with me that his main chakra and personality most likely does not come from Kawaki, Soegi, Kakashi, or whoever, even if Kawaki's presence is there to some extent? And if so, do you think he might be related to Ishiki or Jigen in that case? Let me know in the comment section below, but that's a wrap on today's video, so thank you guys for watching until the end.
You're already under my genjutsu.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, check out my podcast channel, check out Peak Fiction, become a member, and hit the bell icon for notifications.
Sorry, Sasuke. Maybe some other time.
Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.